Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my lovely 124 subscribers to another chapter of the Kraken's Lair comics. This should be like confetti or like balloons and doves being released. As usual, I got a lot on my mind. I'm going to show some comic books. But currently, there's some family members going through some medical difficulties and hurdles. And that's tough to navigate. But it's a part of the human condition. So I was sort of thinking, I talk about, comic books that are worth money. Spec books, like comic books that, might make you money. And I think I've been, sort of remiss about talking about the value and entertainment and escapism of comics. Because we all have stuff going on in our lives. The rising price of gas and groceries, or there's people out there struggling to pay the rent or have really significant challenges. And entertainment, it's not without value, whether it's music or artwork or a comic book or a movie. If it's something that can transport us away from our troubles, to me that's always had value. And so I just grab, some issues. And I'm not worried about flipping the screen Al Hardy, because I know you like it this way anyway. But, I'm not, So here's the first appearance of Man-Thing in comic book form. This was on the rack somewhere in the 70s for 20 cents. Clearly, I don't know if I paid $20 for it. Maybe ask for a deal or whatever. 20 cents. I remember, in 1978, when comics were, 20 cents and 25 cents. And I would go with my father on some of his business trips during the summer. It wasn't like they were taking me out of school. And he could give me a couple of dollars. And I could go into the 7-Eleven and, find a couple of books off the rack. Probably based on characters I like, or the covers that looked engaging, and I could. We're gonna open up. I could get for my 20 cents. Beyond the cover, lay off the bat. Terror stalks the Everglades. I know it's backwards, but I'm out. Oh, this is 1972. Hey, Chance. Nostalgic Pop Blast. And like not only like great stories and artwork, but like you got like the letters page. So you could see where people were chiming in on like on earlier issues. Oh, that's cool as hell. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really cool. But this is like a colorized version of uh, Savage Tales, the actual first appearance of Man Thing. Yeah, they're not doing it black and white, but they're doing it like in black and yellow. Um, oh yeah, that's so cool. They are missing because I did have the Savage Tales #1. Um, there's this great piece of art where he's like fighting a crocodile that I'm not seeing in this. Sadly, I sold my copy. Um, I'm not such a big Man Thing fan that I would want to get it back. I got it for really cheap. But but like, well, no, like it's there is such a value to this stuff. Where at some point for like 20 cents, you've got great artwork, you got great stories. I mean, it's not like you can go to the movie theater and get that much entertainment for $1 or 20 cents. And this is like long before like CGC, and there's things that had to be rendered by artwork that the technology was not there to really show, in the movies. And if you go back and you look at like the Linda Carter, like Wonder Woman, or they did like a Captain America show, and like he's on like a motorcycle and stuff, or Spider Man. It was so awesome to see because I love these characters. Uh, even like the Lou Ferrigno Hulk, it was cool. I was glad they were doing it, but it wasn't really like accurate to comic books or whatever. So again, I'm just like sort of like looking at stuff. This is the '80s, 75 cents. I think it's the first appearance of this guy. Jumping back, 1964, 12 cents. Early Beetle appearance. Strange Tales #123, 12 cent comic book. I'm not gonna keep going, but like, I understand like, like 12 cents now is not 12 cents in 1963. Comic books right now, currently, I mean, I think off the rack they're like almost $5, but for the entertainment value and the stories and the artwork that you're able to engage in, for your $5, it's kind of worth it. And it's not fleeting because you own it. So you can go back again and revisit it and look, man, here's this like really cool page. And I have so many memories of like splash pages and Marvel Comics artwork that like really jumped out to me and had an impact that I was like wow, like this is like really bad to the A, and I loved it. Um, Chance Nostalgic Pod Blast will be able to chime in on this. There's it's part of like the Hellfire Club X-Men run, and like Wolverine's like in a sewer, and he's getting ready to come for the Hellfire Club. And he's like covered in like slime and mud and stuff, and he's just like, "I'm coming for you." And John Byrne artwork, like I still remember that image, and I love artwork. I have a whole library full of artwork. I mean, this happens to be Egyptian artwork. Big hardback. It's hard to lift. Like the history of Western civilization artwork. The Essential, Michelangelo. Like carving stuff in stone. All right, that's a pin for another time. I love artwork in all of its forms. And I still love comic books. And I don't think it diminishes, like, it's not silly, it's not vapid. It took talent to render basically like moving pictures in this format. And I love it. And like I said, I know people have struggles and fears and concerns. And I think as a media outlet or a medium, to where you can get transported from your troubles to like, here's Doctor Strange in some weird dimension, fighting Dormammu. Or here's Spider-Man trying to navigate how to pay the rent, and Aunt May is sick and he's got to come up with money, and Mary Jane's mad at him while he's fighting like super villains. Like, that's very captivating, and it takes us away from the mundane. It takes us away from our daily concerns and troubles. And I think, beyond being like good stories and stuff, I think that's why it sort of resonates a lot. Because, like, you're in middle school and, things suck and your body's changing and you're governed by all these, like, rules and regulations by your parents and by the teachers, and the food in the cafeteria sucks. And, like, you're like, nah. You feel like that's going to be your life forever. And finding an outlet in comic books, like, I don't know, it's like to say it like helped me. Is that weird? It expanded my horizons, beyond myself, beyond like what struggles or hurdles I was dealing with a positive message, you know, like where it's like they're heroic, you know, they're like, you know, the building's crumbling down, you know, the universe is gonna end, but we're gonna fight against this, you know, we, you know, not strength of like power, but strength of character. That we are going to face this, fight this, overcome this. And I think that's why I liked like where there was like teams, you know, like the X-Men or Fantastic Four or the Avengers, where no one individual was capable of like, you know, necessarily, you know, navigating this and handling this. So now like you got, you know, your brothers got your back, and that also resonated with me as well. So I'm gonna show you guys some comic books. None of these are valuable. I've shown enough, you know, and I will show more. But we're gonna do. I got a bunch. My inclination is the purple one. Let's do that. Let's start off with like the purple one. I kind of know what's in some of these. Good job, seller. I will take this to tell people. Blue painter's tape. It's a great way to go. It's sticky. It's not super sticky. This seller did not use like the super sticky tape. To where, you know, it's just like trying to like navigate it is difficult. I know what this is. So I did an unboxing of the series, and there was like some like kitty cat claw marks on it, and the seller made good on it and, you know, reimbursed adequately, you know, for it, but I still wanted them. And, you know, these are modern books. They're not high value. Well, I always say that, but I think this is like at least like 15 years old. That's still sticking. Still sticking. So, Ghost Racers. Sorry that took so long. I love this. I love this. I love the car. Like, look, this guy looks like he's like, it's like a flying cannon. This sort of hails back. All right, now that, like, to the Western Ghost Rider. This guy looks like he's riding like a chainsaw. Love that. Love this cover. Love it. Yeah, so look, there's like the chainsaw. Roar. But I love the face. I love that. I bought this whole lot after the kitty cat thing. I mean, it was like $15. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. And so once again, like it's not a spec book thing. Like I don't think this is gonna be valuable. Um, they were $3.99 off the rip, and I said I got all four for like $15. Ghost razors. Yeah. It's kind of like a skull in the background, like that. So that's envelope number one. I'm 20 minutes in, so I'm gonna hurry. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right. That one. Like I said, like none of these are like really valuable. There is a couple of, maybe not spec books, but some things that I think might rise in value. You gotta love the free Gemini Millers. You have to. Because if I gotta send out comic books, like I have never bought a Gemini Miller, but I've sent many comic books in a Gemini Miller just because I've got them all for free. So maybe this is a bad choice. Here's redundancy of the Ghost Racers. Now, I will say this is kind of interesting. My wife saw the video where Kit Kat claw marks, and so I ordered the new ones, and she was so awesome and kind that she ordered these for me. So now I'm chock full of Ghost Racers. Just trying to remove this tape. And that's okay. She actually did better than I did. She got those 3 for $5. So basically I spent $10 more for one comic book more. $5.09 is what she got those 3 for. And once again, like the cover price is like $3.99. So she did better than I did. All right. That one. I will always tell people, be very careful opening up your comic books, because you do not be who you do not be. You do not want to be the one that damages your own comic books because you're so excited about seeing them. Yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about, like this tape. And that tape really sucks. I mean, it's super sticky. It does its job, but it's like overkill. It really is. So sellers out there, like, you don't need to use that. Blue painter's tape. Advice. Crackers Lair Comics. Cardboard protection. Again. Always the best idea. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know. So back to my sort of theme. Comic books are a great art form. It's a great way to escape, you know, from day-to-day problems. It really is. And comparatively, it's inexpensive. Now, I mean, if you want a Hulk 181 original, that's not inexpensive, but they make facsimile ones and whatever. But if you want to read the story and look at the artwork, okay, so I'm going to give this guy a plug. It's backwards. Aaron's, Aarons, Aaron's Comics and Toys. Email vc29fox at aol.com. Phone number 609-369-0463. Dude, the online store thing is ridiculous. HTTPS blah 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 Atomics Avenue no. Okay. Here's my spec book. This is the New Avengers number 6. My understanding is this is where Wolverine joins the Avengers. I think this might be a thing. You know, considering the success of the Deadpool Wolverine movie, references they made, knowing that they're going to continue with the Avengers, I was like, no one is talking about this. Where Wolverine actually joins the Avengers. I mean, once again, I spent very little on this. Very little. You know, $5. It's like, you know, like my Merc with the Mouth number 7, like when nobody cared about like Lady Deadpool. It doesn't happen. If they never make a movie where Wolverine joins the Avengers, who cares? I spent $5 on it. Cover price was $2.25, so it's a little bit older. And this thing is like I'm not qualified like where it gets like above a 9. Like it's a 9.2, it's 9.4, it's 9.6, 9.8, raw, you know. But like it's above a 9. For $5 and like there's a lot of dark in this cover. I thought that was one to pick up. My video is already at 28 minutes, and I don't like to go like too much longer than that because I know everybody's got better things to do than listen to Dan the Kraken Man. So we're going to pick one. Let's go the gold. We'll save these for the next video. You know, I appreciate, you know, people that can make like an hour long or an hour and a half long video and have people watch it. I just don't think I'm that engaging, you know. But that was actually a good pick. Because after the first appearance of Wolverine in the Avengers, the New Avengers number 6, New Avengers number 7. There he is. And my understanding is that this is the first appearance of like the Illuminati in comic books. Like not the real Illuminati, and I dare say their name. Any actual Illuminati members out there, pay no attention to Dan the Kraken Man. Pay no attention to the Kraken Slayer comics. You don't exist. But in comic book form, the first appearance of the Illuminati, and this would be the second appearance of Wolverine in the Avengers. Super clean copy. I always say like modern books. I don't even know when this stuff came out, but it's like modern books. So I'm like, the success of Wolverine and Deadpool, knowing the Avengers are coming, for a couple of bucks each, Wolverine in the Avengers, I want to check it out. I want to read it. I want to look at the art. But also might be something to look into now. I talked about like Merc with the Mouth number 7, first appearance of Lady Deadpool. Don't know if anybody, my subscribers, did anything about that. You shoulda. Doctor Doom is coming. Apparently Robert Downey Jr. I did a video about like Doctor Doom issues, suggested stuff. Don't know if anybody listens. I hope you did. But I hope you enjoy, excuse me, comic books and comic book collecting. Barbarian Kung Fu. And check this out. Look how thick that is. It's so funny, like this came out like in 2003. So to me, like this modern as hell. I mean, dude, this is like a book. That's like a book. Look at that. Oh. So this looks like it's sort of like a history of, like, look at that. That's so cool. Dude, that's Shazam fighting Dracula. That's so cool. Gene Colan. Wow. That's cool. H.P. Lovecraft, The Dunwich Horror. See, I want that now. I want that. I love it. I love all the monster stuff. Oh, getting 34 minutes. Wow. Not bad for my $8 purchase from Mr. Comic Shop that unfortunately closed his doors due to the rubber of it. Me and my good buddy Chance had a lot of fun. Searching through comic books there. Finding like I got ASM 300 there. I got ASM 129 there. Um, some super key issues. Huh. I'm rambling and I got off topic, but you know that happens sometimes when I'm looking at my comic books. Like I start like gushing over them, and like and I forget I have an audience. Um, Everyone enjoy comics, enjoy comic book collecting, and hey, if you're having like struggles in your life, comic books are like a really good avenue to like sort of like take you away. You know, um, allow you to forget about your troubles. Find some peace. So everyone, enjoy comics, enjoy comic book collecting. This is Daniel at the Kraken's Lair Comics. Have a great day.